Right. On the human rights issue, though, you must admit that you have students, defenders of free speech, that you have taken strong actions against, people in jail for just speaking their minds, protesting in the streets and arrested. You can't say that Iran has open conscience to human rights, is open to human rights to all. You can't say that.
You
can say these things even if I'm not here, right? So why would you need to mention it while I am here?
Because you're the head of the country and we'd like to...
It seems you're judging.
Yes.
You are judging. I asked the question. There are 2.5 million prisoners here, and why are they in prison?
They're not in prison for speaking
And I
out on
asked
the
you to
streets.
engage in a comparative study of this issue.
They're not in prison for holding up a sign.
In Iran, nobody is in prison because of participating in protests. Nobody went to prison because of participating in protests. Protests are free. But say if you had protests here and someone attacked the police and killed the police, would you reward them?
Of course not.
Would you reward them? Then why would you expect Iran to reward them? If anyone violates the law, the case has to go before a judge and it has to be examined and taken care of. Why do you assume that it is only in the United States that prisoners are in prison for legal issues, legally, whereas in Iran they're in prison illegally? In Iran too there's a legal process. There have been incidents where there were protests and people attacked the police files complaints and the judge takes care of the issue. Now, in the United States you're telling me those in the prison are criminals, but in Iran those who are in prison are freedom seekers? That's awful. Why is it that U.S. authorities are always trying to support and back people who violate the law in Iran? This doesn't help the image of the United States. It just worsens it.
We're not going to resolve that. One other thing on that area. Do you still permit stoning in Iran? We've had a lot of attention paid to that lady about that lady. Do you permit stoning lawful in Iran?
I think that I have explained this in the past couple of days to a number of other reporters. This lady's case has not been completely examined yet. No verdict has been issued yet. She is accused of murdering her husband, and I don't think that in the world, if someone is accused of murdering their husband, people would pour on the streets and rally in favor of her.
If they were going to stone her, they would.
She has been accused of the murder of her husband.
But if they were going to stone her, they would rally.
No verdict, no sentence has been passed.
All I ask
And it is not about a stoning case at all. There's no stoning sentence here at all. A person in Germany made this claim, which was untrue. Our judiciary also said that it was a false statement.
All right.
Everybody knows what. But I'd like to ask a question to you, Mr. Larry King, if I may. Last year, we were here, the same time. In Pittsburgh, there was a session, the Group 20. Over 100,000 people protested against the economic policies of the G20. The police attacked them violently. Many were beaten up, or hot water was thrown on their bodies, and many were arrested. And you're telling me that protests are free in the United States? So here in the United States, do you think people can pour on the streets and protest against the Zionist regime? 100,000 people be invited to protest against the Zionist regime?
We'll be right back.
Logistics makes the world work better.